We have swords, we have spells, we have cannons, we have rifles, and most importantly, we have shrooms. We also have meeps, and they're so cute. Can you already guess the comps we're going to talk about? Hey everyone, and welcome to another ProGuides TFT video. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 of patch 10.12's comps that we found to be quite successful in PBE. Playing these comps will definitely give you an advantage over other people still exploring the meta early on. Make sure to be creative though, since the patch is definitely not solved yet, and if you find a new comp, who knows, it can be featured in our next top 3 video. As with every top comps list, getting the top comp will not guarantee you first place, but it will give you a high enough chance for a top 4 finish, netting you that sweet LP. Positioning, items, and scouting are still your most important tools in this game, working together with your comp in order to give you that shiny first place. In this video, we're going to talk about each comp, a general playstyle guide, looking at items that they use and their positioning. This patch changes everything, so we added some more comps at the end of the video as honorable mentions, and we definitely cannot list all the possible comps right now because there are so many. Before we dive in, I just want to let you guys know that we have a Discord community and a new subreddit that is growing really fast, and we have you all to thank for that, and we want to continue building our community and help you be a part of it, so make sure you check the link in the description below. With all that said, let's dive right into our top comp for 10.12, and it is Battlecast Blasters. The most stable comp for the first half of the set is coming back. It's more flexible than before, and with a new carry to boot. Since Misfortune is gone, Kog'Maw steps in, and he is so much easier to find, it's not even funny. The rest of the comp plays in a similar vein as first half Brawler Blasters, but with a stronger start, and does not usually go into 4 Brawler, 4 Blaster, using 2 of each instead. Starting with playstyle, you start off normally, focusing on getting some battle casts like Nocturne, Cassio, and Alawi. Kog'Maw is the most important piece, of course, and your item holder. This is a power level comp, since you want to get to level 8 quickly and complete it. You only need Urgot as a 5-cost unit, and he is not an absolute must from the get-go. Most builds slot in Celestial for Mystic and some healing. Throughout the game, slotting in Chrono units like Blitzcrank and Ezreal should also be quite helpful to Kog, enabling him to carry you through the mid-game. Positioning is the usual Brawler Blaster one that you're used to. The same principles apply. You have to try to give Jinx her kills quickly, so positioning a Blitzcrank or an Urgot close to her is important. Kog has to be kept safe, so keep him towards the back depending on your situation. This way, Urgot can kill the frontline tank, bringing it for an early Jinx kill, resetting her aggro towards easier to kill units. Looking at items needed for this comp, you want on-hit effects. Kog'Maw is ridiculous with Static Shiv, even into the late game. Since Battlecast synergizes well with it, the strength of early Shiv Slam has skyrocketed with this comp. The third item can be Giant Slayer, Red Buff, or a third Shiv. Since Battlecast also heals, especially if you 3-star your Cog, you will see him shrug off damage often, only vulnerable to CC. Jinx items are the same as ever, with a strong preference for IE since it makes her DPS much more consistent, and she's able to kill units much easier now. Make sure you have some items for your frontline, otherwise your carries are going to be jumped on really quickly. That's it about new Battlecasters. I expect this comp to be contested, but it can fit more than one person, so it's a solid top 4 comp, excellent to help you climb early in the patch. The next comp that we're going to showcase is actually an Origin. Snipers are the new hotness in PBE and can fit into quite a few comps while they're at it. Since I think there are 2 amazing sniper comps, we'll discuss both Astro Snipers and Protector Snipers here. Pivoting between the 2 builds will enable you to destroy the competition and rise to that first place. The Protector Snipers variation has 2 distinct playstyles, depending on your early game. If you get a lot of Shins or Rakans, you can stay on 5 or 6 and slow roll, then level up to hit your Snipers and Urgot. This plan is a bit slower, so probably not the best for lobbies that you see going on a really fast tempo. The other way to play it is to power level to hit the endgame units like Jhin and Urgot. As for the Astro Snipers, it focuses on a full dual carry of Teemo and Jhin. Its most vulnerable moment is usually the mid-game, but you can breeze through that if you manage to get a Bard, especially if he's 2-star. The comp uses a lot of 4-cost units, so it's definitely a struggle to assemble, and you will have to use placeholder units. The way to properly play it is like the stock market. It involves a lot of buying and selling 2-star units until you manage to find the units you're looking for. The new sellback option enables this strategy, or this sniper variation would have a hard time. Positioning is simple. Protect your snipers. That means both putting items on your front line and positioning so that snipers don't get jumped on. Make sure to put frontliners as far away from snipers as possible in order to take advantage of the distance, adding to sniper damage. The items for both variations are similar. You would want a couple of defensive utility items for your front line, and then Giant Slayer, GA, and Infinity Edge for Jhin. Teemo uses Rabadon's and Shojin really well. The new Giant Slayer is amazing on Jhin and enables him to get rid of large tanks much easier. That's it for the 2 sniper comps. Let's get into the last but definitely not least one. Our final comp for this showcase is the 6 Sorcerers Riven comp. I like to call it Spellblade, but feel free to call it whatever you want. The interesting and strong part about this comp is that it allows for flexibility in the late game, even replacing the blade part for a cannon barrage. Spell cannon barrage? Nah, it doesn't sound as good, but the possibility is there if you get a 2-star GP in the late game. The Sorcerers themselves are good support for Riven, dishing out both damage and CC. You could also pivot into Victor or Xerath carry if you want, allowing for even more flexibility. So let's see how we're going to play it. The playstyle for this comp is quite interesting. You want to pick a good early item carrier for your carry items. In this case, that means Poppy, Ahri, or Darius. Whichever one you get 2-star faster. Jace is also interesting, but harder to get rid of later. In the mid game, you will probably use a variation of 4 sorcerers, 2 space pirates or vanguards, depending on your item carrier. Then, as you hit Riven, you will start transitioning into the comp. Due to the carry and item flexibility, this comp type can support multiple players, so make sure you scout and see which carry seems most free and go for it. Go for a power level strategy, getting to level 8 fast. If you find a GP before 2-star Riven, you can play him instead until you get her. In the end game, you definitely want a 2-star Xerath to assist with your Riven/GP/Victor damage. This comp suffers from lack of frontline. You usually backline everything and rely on overwhelming damage and CC to get by. That's why GA on Riven or GP is mandatory, as well as actively focusing on 2-starring units, since 2-stars are so much tankier than their non-upgraded versions. The final comp with Riven looks like this. The items are focused on AP, but only after you get Guardian Angel. It's our most core item. Ionic Spark and Rabadon's are really good as well, and Morello can be strong if you lack healing reduction. Riven is also excellent with Luden's Echo, but it's only passable on GP, so you lock yourself into Riven if you go for it. Definitely a good option though, so don't disregard it. Now for a little update on the rest of the comps and the honorable mentions that did not make our top 3 list. Blender 2.0. For those of you playing in set 2, Nocturne with BladeMaster Spat was strong. Now we got Zed. This comp plays a lot like Slash Bros, with Zed being your carry and Yi your tank. If you get BladeMaster Spat, this is definitely an S tier comp. Rebels is extremely strong this patch, especially if you splash some Battlecasts in there. The new 3-star Jinx is a definite win condition since her damage has skyrocketed. Rockets, get it? Mech Infiltrator is still a decent comp, where you use your Zed as your carry. It's much more AD focused now, but Zed is tankier than Kai'Sa, so definitely try it out. Cybernetics can be used as a transition tool, going from early 6 Cybers to a strong 3+ supporting units. Aurelia is quite uncontested, so this might be your secret strat to climb. The new Echo is amazing, and Vayne is quite strong alongside a Sniper. Protectors are back as well as the standard tanky comp. You can use Bard as a Mystic to keep leveling while you're slow rolling, achieving a 2-in-1. You sell all your meeps when you're done rolling, hit the Urgot, and it's a first. That's it for this video. We'll be updating every week on Wednesday and Sunday. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check out our TFT content on YouTube and our high elo coaches on ProGuides.com. If you have any feedback for us, comment below and we'll be happy to read what you have to say. Now get out there and farm some LP using the comps that you saw here today, and we will see you in Diamond and beyond.